Yo, what is good, fellas? Hope you boys are all having a fantastic NFL Sunday. Today we're talking about the best new Redux players to pick up and actually add to your team. Now, one, if my voice sounds like it's absolutely shot, last night's Tennessee game definitely got the better of me. Pulled out the win in overtime, but holy shit, we looked bad. Also, if you guys are new around here, we do post daily Madden Ultimate Team videos, so if you guys like this video, you find it helpful, or for whatever reason, you guys really like me, good chance each and every single one of you is in the right place. So when it comes to the 88 overall Redux, is actually a really good drop of Reduxes, in my opinion, probably the best one we've seen to date. I mean, anytime we get a 90 speed wide receiver as a Redux, you know it's going to be a dub, but in my opinion, the worst Redux card we got is a card that I have been shitting on since he pretty much came out. It's not a good card. It's Joey Bosa. There are two cards in this drop that I'm like, all right, these guys are just not good. Even with that said, he's selling for 250,000 coins, making the Redux special offer, if you pull one of the 88 overalls, the best special offer in the game besides the season level 50 reward. That pack can guarantee you anywhere from 700 to 1.5 million coins. We'll talk about it later tonight, but now on to why Joey Bosa is just not a good Madden Ultimate Team card. I mean, first things first, he's an outside linebacker. Outside linebackers this year have been so one-dimensional. Either they can be a user for you, or they have to be an edge rusher. Joey Bosa has to be an edge rusher. You guys see 45 catch. We can scroll on down here and check out his coverages. 40 man and 62 zone. I mean, holy shit, that is just not good. He's also slow. 81 speed. I mean, we have outside linebackers that are worse than Joey Bosa, lower overalls, and they have 87, 86 speed. But Joey Bosa coming in with an 88 overall limited time card, 81 speed. Now, everything else on this card is half decent. I mean, 88 block shed, 89 finesse move, 84 power move is just not great, but it's still not terrible. 6'5", 280 pounds. He doesn't have any real abilities. Does have Ripper, which is cool, but at the same time, 81 speed really knocks down this card. And the fact that the rest of this Redux drop is an absolute banger. I mean, somebody had to come in last, and I don't mind it being Joey Bosa. Next up, we got a player that I have never heard of. It is Tyreek McAllister. I actually don't know if he's even on the Raiders roster, but he did get a preseason team of the week limited time. When he dropped, he was one of the best wide receivers in the game. He also was one of like 3 cards that had 87 speed, so that is kind of why he was a top tier player. Now, a month later, he is nowhere near a top tier card. 87 speed, 85 jump, 85 catch, 84 short route running, 86 medium, and 88 deep route running. This card is 5'9" in a high ball meta, and he doesn't have top tier speed. So why would you use this card versus another short wide receiver we got with this Redux list that does have top tier speed? If you pull Tyreek McAllister, he is selling for right around 220,000 coins. Decent little profit right there, but please do not use this card. Sell him off and go use Braxton Berrios, who is free. Now, moving on over to the top 10, where we do have 2 quarterbacks back-to-back. I am not a fan of lefty quarterbacks. I got Michael Vick coming in at number 10. Decent card, but I do think the Season 2 Michael Penix is honestly just a little bit better. We'll talk about that why in a second. Vick, though, does come in with 87 speed, 88 throw power, decent accuracies with 86 short, 83 medium, and 87 deep, 83 throw under pressure, 6 foot, 215 pounds. So not a terrible card. We just have significantly better quarterbacks in today's game. Recuperation on a quarterback is also not good. Michael Penix, a free Season 2 lefty quarterback, if you're rocking with lefty quarterbacks, does have Gunslinger on him. Gunslinger being one of the best quarterback abilities in this entire game. Recuperation is kind of a waste of an ability in my opinion, and I would stay away from it. Regardless though, if you want to use Michael Vick, you're a big Vick fan, big lefty quarterback fan, you want some speed from your quarterback, right now is a good time to do it, but for me personally, I can't rank him any higher than number 10. Speaking of ranking quarterbacks super low, I actually do have Caleb Williams coming in next. It's not that Caleb Williams is a bad card. Again, we just have better quarterbacks that are selling for half the price. Shout out Will Levis. 84 speed though on Caleb Williams. Not terrible. 88 throw power, really good accuracies, 87 short, 89 medium, and 87 deep, 87 throw under pressure, 87 throw on the run, and 87 pass accuracy. Coming in at 6'1", 214 pounds, so a little bit on the bigger side. I do like my quarterbacks to be a little bit taller, 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". That is usually where I want my quarterback size to kind of lay around. Taking a look at Caleb Williams though, no real abilities, also does put this card on a little bit of a minus side of things. Regardless though, if you do want to pick up Caleb Williams, the fact that he did get a Redux makes this card really worth it, but I will say his normal LTD is selling for like 450,000 coins, and limited times quick sell for 350k, so if you want to just pick up the be limited time. You can quick sell him back and only lose 100,000 coins bare minimum as a rental. He's currently selling for 325, so it's basically a better play by buying his non-Redux card, which is kind of funny. Or not funny, depending on how you play the Madden market. Now, next up, we got a right end, Mark Gastineau, a card that I'm like, all right, it's a card in Madden, it's a left end, it's decent. Pretty much right down in the middle of the list, we got a decent left end, 85 speed, 88 excel, 89 strength, 88 block shot, 88 power move, and 86 finesse move. Reason for Mark not being higher up, left end is not a position of value for me. You can use the Micah Parsons game time player and get the same production that Mark Gastineau would bring to your field. He is 6'5", though, 266 pounds. He is a part of the New York Sack Exchange, aka drop, and so they do get +1 power move if you do use all three. If you want to build that defensive line or you have a Jets theme team, and now would be the time to do it. The fact that he did get a Redux makes that three-piece of a defensive line significantly cheaper. Only did play for the New York Jets, also can play right end for you. Being an AKA, he does get glowing X factors. I don't love any of his glowing X factors. Edge threat is alright. I am a bigger fan of double or nothing, and then blitz I thought would be special. It's not that special. Alright, but moving on from here on up, we got cards that I actually really do like. This is where I do have Luke Kuechly. Now, yes, we do have better middle linebackers in the game, but it's freaking Luke Kuechly, a just legend within himself. 86 speed, 88 excel, 85 tackle, 82 block shed, 84 hit power, 79 zone coverage. Honestly, not terrible on a middle linebacker. He is, a little bit outdated. He dropped when Michael Vick dropped, which was like almost a month ago, so it's been a minute since we've had Kuechly in the game. 6'3", 238 pounds. Really solid, fun player. He does have Stonewall baked on. Out of all of the 1 AP baked on abilities, Stonewall is my personal favorite. So the fact that he does get it does, give Luke Kuechly a little bit of an edge for me personally. He only has played for the Carolina Panthers, but can play left out and right outside linebacker for you. All in all, Luke Kuechly, a solid middle linebacker. He did get a Redux now, so if you want him, it's the time to pick him up. Alright, but moving on over to number 6, another team of the week, a limited time that has Stonewall baked on, Tony Jefferson Jr. When I originally made this list, I did have Tony Jefferson higher up, but then I realized we have a lot of really good strong safeties in the game, and so he did have to fall down a little bit. He can play free safety for you as well. He also has played for a lot of teams, so if you're on any of these theme teams, Tony Jefferson should be your starting strong safety. Taking a look at his stats though, solid card. Only knock I have on him, 5'11", high ball meta, but he does have 225 pounds of weight on him, so his hit power being 86 actually will be a big bonus for him. 87 speed, 87 excel, 86 tackle, 87 pursuit, only 76 man coverage. He's a strong safety. You're not going to man him up that often. 86 zone, and like I said, 86 hit power. Being heavier also makes him have the ability to force more fumbles. All in all, big fan of Tony Jefferson. I think he's a really good card. I like Stonewall. I also think the Team of the Week card art looks clean. So if you want to pick him up, now is the time. All right, but cracking the top 5, we got Tony Gonzalez. Now, I like Tony Gonzalez a lot. I think this card is really good. I mean, you guys can see his price point is one of the more expensive Redux players we got. But fellas, we have so many tight ends in the game that can do exactly what Tony Gonzalez can do, and half of them are half the price. Some of them are free. Some of them you can't claim anymore. We also do have a Martellus Bennett dropping with Season 3 coming here on Wednesday. So there's a lot of tight ends coming into the game. Do you want to spend this many coins on Tony Gonzalez? Part of this list is how good the player is, but also would I recommend you guys pick him up? And honestly, I don't recommend you guys pick up Tony G. Really good card, not at this price point. 87 speed though, 87 catch, 86 catch in traffic, 87 short, 86 medium, 6'5", 243 pounds. So he does have that high ball thing going for him. But at the end of the day, for 500,000 coins, you can go get the Duke for half the price. You can go get Gronk, a card that I'm notoriously a D1 hater on, for half the price. Martellus Bennett, like I mentioned. There's also Kyle Pitts, who some of us may or may not have. Think Tony G, like I've been saying the entire time we've been sitting here glazing this card. Good card, but not at this price point. Also, no abilities. Kind of knocks him down. Also, did not mention Dalton Kincaid in that list of tight ends I would prefer over Tony G. I do think Kincaid is not significantly better, but I do think he is better, and well, you know what? He is half the price. But on over to number 4. Up next, we got Ricky Williams, halfback for the Miami Dolphins. 87 speed, 88 excel, 86 carry, 86 change of direction, 88 truck, and 88 break tackle. 5'10", 230 pounds. Basically a worse Eric Dickerson, if you want to keep a player comp there. Really similar stats to Dickerson, just a little bit worse pretty much everywhere. Taking a look here at his abilities, though, doesn't get get anything. That is my biggest knock with the older legends. They just don't have abilities, and abilities are starting to become a little bit more of a thing that we have in Mutt. Taking a look at his secondary teams, Saints, Ravens, and Dolphins obviously. Also does get the Grid Iron Guardian Surge boost, but all of these cards do, so I don't really consider that a bonus for any of these players. I like Ricky Williams. I think he's good. Power back. I like trucking running back so far. Heavier backs do tend to fall forward more. And that is exactly what Ricky Williams can get done for you today. When it comes to the top 3 of the best Redux players, I think it's a clear-cut top 3. There's really no workaround of like you can move somebody into the top 3. You can mess around with the top 3 a little bit. I think 2 and 3 could potentially be flippable depending on what your team needs. Number 3 though, I got Nate Wiggins, DB, for the Baltimore Ravens. 88 speed, 88 excel, 89 agility, 89 jump, 89 man, 87 zone, and 88 press. 6'2", 185 pounds. Now, I say this a lot, but defensive back is the most important position on your Madden field. For me, I think it's more important having 3 really good defensive backs than having a top tier quarterback. Nate Wiggins is a top tier DB. Now, he doesn't have that 89 or 90 speed. For me, speed is the most important stat in the game, and Nate Wiggins just doesn't have that, but he is still a 6'2", 88 speed cornerback. He is a little bit expensive right now, but if you want a DB, you need a DB1, you need a DB2. Nate Wiggins Redux can be your guy. Now, all the way back in week 1, we got Xavier Worthy and Nate Wiggins, and whoever won that game between the Chiefs and the Ravens did get a +1 bonus to their speed. Obviously, the Chiefs won, so, Xavier Worthy did get that +1 speed, bringing him up to 89 speed. If the Ravens won that game, Nate Wiggins had a chance to be number 1 on today's video. That's how much I value the DB position. But Xavier Worthy is a freaking dog. 89 speed is top tier speed in this game. 87 jump, 87 catch, 89 catch in traffic, 88 short, 88 medium, and 88 deep route running. Coming in a little bit on the shorter side, I get it. 5'11", 165 pounds, not the biggest guy on the field. Definitely won't be the smallest guy we talked about today. Shout out Tyreek McAllister. No abilities on this card. It doesn't really matter. Not all of your receivers are going to have abilities on them. Not all of them need to have abilities on them. But if you're going to spend this many coins on them, I feel like you would want something special. Energizer, definitely not the worst one to have. Still, it's not Slot Apprentice, I'll tell you guys that much. As for Xavier Worthy, though, I do think he is the second best new Redux we got yesterday. But I do think there is a clear-cut number 1 option. I mean, he was on the thumbnail. It's Tyreek Hill Cheetah, a.k.a. And yeah, taking a look at this card, 90 speed, 90 deep, 88 short. I mean, what more could you possibly want? Maybe for him to be a little bit taller, but it's Tyreek Hill. He is not a tall player. I don't really care, though. Tyreek Hill is that freaking guy. Now, his LTD, or now Reduxed version of this card, does have something his normal champion player didn't have, aka evasive, one of, if not the best abilities in the entire game. When it comes to glowing X factors, makes this card so much better. Now, my only complaint with this Tyreek Hill card is actually his current price point, selling for right around 862,000 coins. I think it's fair. I think he is one of, if not the best wide receivers in the game, so I'm not complaining. It's well worth it, but it is a little bit too expensive for me to want to go pick up. But fellas, that is me ranking all of the brand new top 12 AKA players. Let me know down below, who am I glazing? Who am I sleeping on? As always, I love to hear from you guys. That'll do it for this morning's video. I will catch you boys back here later today with my content predictions and my updates video. Hopefully by later today, my voice, we get unshot. It is actually burning right now. A lot of screaming last night. Graham Mertz sucks at football. DJ Lagway might be the future of Florida, but Nico and the offense did not look great. Luckily, pulled out the win, or else we probably would not be recording this video this morning. Would have been a long night. Until later then, go watch the Commanders, go watch a Jaden Daniels masterclass, and I'll catch you boys back here about 3:34 p.m. I'll catch you boys. Peace. Have a good one, gents.